Childred. Do they have Go for the Throat? They don't. Play Virtue of Loyalty, please. Yes! Little do you know, you have just sealed your doom! Draw them cards. Mill yourself. See if I care. Yeah. Hope it was worth it. Yep, untap all your dudes. Here we go. Nicholas. Sacrifice the Ancient One. Get a token with 8 loyalty. Target player draws 7 cards and loses 7 life. Yes, I want to target my opponent. Combo. Whether you like burying your opponent in tons of value, slowly draining away their resources while you continue to build yours, or just killing your opponent with a combo out of nowhere, I've got just the deck for you. It's called... What is it called? What? Grixis? Obnixilis? Grixis? Grixis? No, just watch the deck. It's really cool. It's right here. Grixis Nixilis. That's what I was calling it. Grixis Nixilis. All right. This deck is just awesome. It's amazing. It's basically like a Grixis Crimes deck with a super sweet combo from quite a while ago slapped into the deck. The combo is basically getting an Ancient One onto the battlefield, which is a 2-mana 8/8 with Descend 8. It can't attack or block unless we have 8 or more permanent cards in our graveyard. We don't really care that much about that clause. We just care about the fact that it is a 2-mana 8-power creature that we can sacrifice to Obnixilis the adversary to make a token of Obnixilis that has 8 loyalty, which means we can immediately ultimate him. And if we have a Shieldred on the battlefield, we can target our opponent with that ultimate, dealing 7 to them, letting them draw 7 cards, and then making them take 14 damage from Shieldred's draw triggers. So 21 damage, instant kill, and it's a pretty decently easy to curve into it, because you can play Ancient One, sack it to Obnixilis, and then follow it up on turn 4 with Shieldred and immediately kill the opponent. Or you can just do it all at once later on, thanks to the new Jace. Jace Reawakened is in the deck because it lets us exile non-land cards with mana value 3 or less, and if we do, they become plotted. Plotted is a fun new mechanic that says when you plot this card, you exile it from your hand, face up, and then you may cast it without paying its mana cost at a later turn. So we play Jace Reawakened, we exile one of our combo pieces, either the Ancient One or Obnixilis, and then that allows us to play the other 2 cards without having to try to spend 7 mana all in one turn, or 9 mana in one turn, and just kill the opponent right away. The deck's also just really resilient and good. Tiny Bones Joins Up is a new card from the set that has just blown me away expectations-wise. The fact that this commits a crime every time a legendary creature enters the battlefield is so good, because we have so many good legendaries in the deck. Vadmir New Blood. So we play Tiny Bones Joins Up. The opponent has to discard a card right away. Turn 2, we follow it up with Vadmir New Blood. He comes in, the opponent gets drained, mills a card, he becomes a 3/3. You know, we play Karvek the Punisher. As soon as he enters the battlefield, a crime is committed. Maybe we played a Tiny Bones earlier and Tiny Bones died. Now we can cast Tiny Bones. Or later on in the game, we can be casting all of our removal spells again. Or recasting the Ancient One because they killed it before we could use it for our Obnixilis. Just so many good things. We've also got Marchesa, Dealer of Death, so we can play her. If we have the extra mana, we can immediately pay 1 and get an extra card from the top of the library. And then we have, obviously, Shieldred in the deck because she is part of the combo, and she's just good by herself. We also play a single copy of Gisa the Hellraiser because with Tiny Bones Joins Up on the battlefield, we play Gisa, and she comes in as a 4/4 and makes 2 3/3s with Menace, and she's pretty hard to kill. She has Ward 2 and also pay 2 life, and she's just really, really good. So just a one of is a really great follow-up to board wipes later on in the game with Tiny Bones Joins Up on the battlefield, and Tiny Bones the Pickpocket's also in the deck as well. Sometimes it can be really fun to cast our opponent's big scary things out of their graveyard. Speaking of big scary things in the graveyard, Lazav Familiar Stranger has also been a fantastic addition. Being able to immediately come into the battlefield. If Tiny Bones joins up is on the battlefield, he immediately exiles something, so he's a 2/5. We can hit a key card out of their graveyard. He got that new Abuelo combo that's been running around, as well as other graveyard-based strategies. We can exile lands if we need to help us deal with the land decks. And then, like, certain times we can just turn him into something big. You know, every once in a while we'll play a Tiny Bones joins up, and our opponent will discard their biggest thing because they don't want to have that sitting in their hand while they're trying to cast all their cheaper stuff. And then we play Lazov, and then the next turn when we commit a crime, we turn it into whatever that big thing is, be it an Atraxa or, you know, a Shieldred or anything else. Then we can just go to town with that. And he gets bigger every single time, which is super awesome. So with that, it's basically just a Grixis land base. We've got Plaza of Heroes in the deck, obviously, because we have a lot of legendary, so it just helps us curve out without having to have a bunch of tap lands come into play. And then legendary lands, because we have a lot of legendary creatures, so these can be channeled very cheaply. And let's get into it. This deck is so fun. Stick around till the end. You'll be impressed with the stats, and we're just going to have fun. Let's do it. It is time to Grixis Nixilis it up. Bulby inbound. All right, Bulby. You ready for some Grixis? We get to go first. We got... This is pretty good. Got Tiny Bones joins up and Tiny Bones himself. Then we can play the Restless Reef on turn 2. Because we can't cast Jace on turn 2 anyway. And play the Tiny Bones. See what they discard. Ooh, mono red. This is gonna be a challenge. Monastery Swiftspear for the opponent. Definitely gonna need to draw some removal. But this is a deck where we can definitely cast our opponent's things from the graveyard. And they like to just go attack, 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 so let's see what our opponent can do. Play with fire. No! Not our Tiny Bones. And of course the Monstrous Rage. Why not? Alright, let's play a Plaza of Heroes, get a Marchesa down. Mill the opponent some more. Ooh, glad we got that out of there. I'm sure we can't block. They may also just have removal for Marchesa. We'll have to see. Not gonna block. They didn't have a pump spell. That's good. Godric. I'm surprised they didn't play that. Interesting. We get the Spire Bluff Canal down. Get the tap land out of the way. Play the Ancient one. Mill our opponent. Pay the one. Bitter Triumph. We'll take it. No attacks. See if the opponent can trigger the Godric. Click shot show off. That's one thing. We're gonna come on now. Oy vey. It's a lot of damage. But we can safely block the Swiftspear at the very least. So we're gonna take 8 here. Down to 2. Goodness gracious. Okay. Karvik the Punisher. Karvik the Punisher. It doesn't really help us because we need to have the Bitter Triumph. But we're gonna play him. And we're gonna decline both triggers. Get the, thank God we got that slick shot show off the top of the deck. No attacks. Let's hope that they did not draw a whammy. Well, let's block here and block. You know what? We have to at least try to be greedy. They're going to damage. Discard this. Choose nothing. Is this gonna work? Oh my goodness, it worked! What is that card in their hand? Is it a land? Haha, it's a mountain! Oh, but now we're in trouble. And we draw land, of course. So let's discard, target the opponent. Trigger Karvek, let's get Tiny Bones. Auto pay. We will take Obnixilis because we might actually be able to gain some life with that if he doesn't. Oh, no, we messed up. I forgot to play the land first. Oh, I'm bad. Okay, no attacks because the Kamano is going to flip. Come on, no burn spells. One turn. Give me one turn, man. I can sack this ancient one, I can make a devil, and then plus the other Obnixilis and gain some life. I'm gonna block with the Marchesa. Okay, if he has Monstrous Rage, that's +3, so that puts us to 1. Maybe we double block just to be safe. Because Antagonize, he does have Monstrous Rage. Okay, so we're gonna lose the Marchesa, that's fine. Marchesa is definitely the less valuable card here. I definitely think we sacrifice the ancient one because it's going to be kind of hard to turn it on. And this puts us to a point where no one card should be able to kill us. They lose 2 life. No attacks. No one card should be able to kill us anymore. Man, this is a hard fought game for sure. What's your card, opponent? Kami's Flare. Well, I will definitely protect Karvek. We're gonna take 2. Well, no, we're not because we saved the Karvek. Haha. So now we're just gonna gain 4 more life. Sounds good. And we will absolutely. There's no one creature he can draw anymore. So, we can't really cast anything, so. Mill the opponent. Smack, smack, smack. And then we should just be able to kill them with the Obnixilis triggers next turn. Face down card. Well, that is a way for him to draw some cards, but he's out of mana, so. No manners. Monstrous Rage would make it. That was very scarily close. Monstrous Rage would have made it very close, but not quite good enough. So let's just be fair. We could play more cards and drain them and mill them and do all the fun things, but I'm a generous person sometimes. GG. No more waiting. Blind Bear. Alright, Blind Bear. Prepare. Ooh, just got the combo in hand. Just got the 1, 2, 3. The opponent goes first, so unlikely that we will just get to do it that simply. Let's see what they're playing. Well, they're playing tap lands. That's good. That means they might not have the removal they need quick enough. Dark Slick Shore, so probably Esper midrange. It's just a 2-mana 8/8. Don't worry about it. Luckily we drew a backup too, so if they kill this one, we can just play another one. Very mastermind. Alright, I don't care about that. Not yet anyway. Play a Plaza of Heroes. To play the Obnixilis now, but then they're just going to attack it down with the Mastermind, and that's a problem. So we will pass. Virtue of Loyalty from the opponent, that's fine. Underground River for the opponent, and a Rafine. Scheming Seer. Well, hopefully they don't have removal in hand. The Shieldred will definitely shut off all this drawing nonsense. They ditch a cut down in a land. Alright, my turn. Well, we have a backup Shieldred, so that's good. So Shieldred. Do they have Go for the Throat? They don't. Play Virtue of Loyalty, please. Yes! Little do you know, you have just sealed your doom! Draw them cards. Mill yourself. See if I care. Yeah. Hope it was worth it. Yep, untap all your dudes. Here we go. Obnixilis. Sacrifice the Ancient One. Get a token with 8 loyalty. Target player draws 7 cards and loses 7 life. Yes, I want to target my opponent. Combo. The Chem E. The Chem. I'm gonna assume since the E is capitalized, it's the Chem E. All right, opponent's going first. We got a curve. I like curves. Opponent is going first, and we're gonna keep our 7. Tiny Bones joins up is better on the draw anyway. So we will play a swamp. Play a Tiny Bones joins up. Make the opponent discard. Get rid of a Shieldred's Edict. That's pretty good to get out of their hand. That means they probably have another one, though. The Stone Brain. Well, we're going to put their knowledge of combos to the test. Do they know what's happening? Because they can Stone Brain either Shieldred out of our deck, Obnixilis. It won't save them. They'll probably go for Shieldred. We're playing black, so... Oh, they just go get the Ancient One? What? I already have one on the board, though. There's a Shieldred. Let's get the Spire Bluff Canal down first. So let's get Marchesa down. Drain the opponent. Mill them. Phew! Now what do you kill? Do you kill Marchesa? Do you kill the Ancient One? Which one? I mean, you Stone Brained our Ancient One, which makes no sense. They deduce. Looking for a land. And they found it. And they're going to draw a card with their clue. Alright, well... I'm going to play Vadmir New Blood. Drain the opponent, mill them. Get a counter on Vadmir. Pick a card with our Marchesa. Get some extra removal. It's nice that she puts the other card into the graveyard, because eventually, like, we don't plan on attacking with the Ancient One usually. The Ancient One's usually just there to combo with Ob Nixilis or to target. Oh, please mill me. Mill me. You won't. Mill me, bro. Aww. Weak. Oh, Gisa. Oh, man. They don't have double black yet. Is it worth the risk? Is it worth the risk? Or should I just bitter triumph? I should just bitter triumph. Pay 3 life. Kill the Jace. Commit a crime. Get a counter. Draw a card. Ooh, let's take Tiny Bones. Then we can cast their Jace and mill ourselves and turn on our Ancient One next turn. Boom. Autopay. We will take another Vadmir in case they kill this one. Get in with this Vadmir. Pow pow. What do they got in the yard? So they've got just the Jace, but we can cast the Jace with the Tiny Bones, so. Right? Is it permanent? Yeah, non-land permanent. Still getting used to these new cards. This deck is so fun. Opponent doesn't have anything that turn, so. The question is, we just play Gisa. I'm gonna play Shieldred, because this is enough that it pumps up Badmir. They have a cut down for Tiny Bones. That's unfortunate, but they're still dead. Because we're gonna, unless they, yeah, okay. I was gonna say they have to realize they're dead unless they have a bounce spell. We got there. GG's. Gotta say, I am loving this new set so far. Manshoon. All right, Manshoon, let's do it. We go first. Nice. I mean, we don't have Tiny Bones joins up, which is unfortunate. Maybe I should add a 4. Maybe I should make it 4 Tiny Bones joins up. The card's just so good on one. But this isn't bad. We do have a way to trigger these cards, but we don't have double black right now. We may never find double black. Half our hand is double black. This is better. Let's put Jace away. Actually, no. Let's put Ob Nixilis away. We have 4 Ob Nixilis and we don't have any red. Yeah, okay. Darkslick Shorts. And then mono red. Oh boy. Alright. Well, maybe we hold up, go for the throat. We draw another Ob Nixilis. Okay. I want to get... I'm going to get it down, because if we draw a red source, being able to sack the Ancient One to Ob Nixilis lets us make a couple of devils and gives us a way to... Yeah, that wasn't too crazy. And we do draw the red, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's make a devil here. Make the opponent have to choose which Ob Nixilis to go after. This will at least gain us 2 life. The opponent does discard a mountain, so that's good for us. They're gonna flip their etching over. We don't get our death trigger on this thing anymore, so we got to be aware of that. Another Kamano, so that's gonna pump up the slick shot. So they're definitely gonna be able to kill one of our Ob Nixilises. But I mean, this is gonna soak up so much damage at this point. Now they're just going face. I don't know if that's correct, but we'll have to see. So let's go ahead and play Jace Reawakened. Let's draw and discard. We will discard the ancient one because we can technically play that later with Karvek. We will -2 this one plus this, gain some life back.
Your punishment.
Opponent chooses to discard the Soken'Zan, so that's good for us that they've had a lot of land in their hand. So, and then we've got Go for the Throat up to deal with the Slick Shot. I might... Etchings have been quite a pain. I could have killed the Etching to stop the draw trigger, but I want to make sure I'm not wasting the Go for the Throat on the wrong thing. No blocks. Do they have anything else? Lightning Strike. Well, I'm going to kill the Slick Shot because that's going to get the most benefit from this. We're down to 6. Blackleaf Cliffs. Well, I'm fine with discarding that. So let's play Karvek. Let's plus.
Go ahead. Plead for mercy.
See if they want to let that last card go. The life gain here is just so important, though. Alright, and then we'll draw and discard with Jace Reawakened. More lands, but at least we can play that land untapped. And no attacks. So they're going to flip the other Etching. They play their face down dude. They can't flip it this turn though. Alright, let's go ahead and draw and discard right away. Tiny Bones. Oh, it's a blocker. And we have enough mana to give it indestructible, which is nice. So let's keep gaining life. Keep plussing these Ob Nixiluses until they have to deal with them. They can't afford to keep ignoring them. No attacks. It does suck that we can't get the death trigger off of our imps right now because of these Etchings. They draw land. That's good for us. A Lightning Strike to our face. Now they can flip this guy and draw 3 cards. They don't have any mana to do anything this turn, so still feeling good about our position. My turn. Another Ob Nixilus. Let's draw and see if we can find something better than Ob Nixilus. Lazav is better. Play Lazav. Let's gain some life.
Pleasure doing business.
Lazav is at least a decent blocker. Opponent's just going to scoop it up. They can't deal with all the life gain. All right, and we're back for the post-game wrap. 70%, man. I played 40 games with the deck and just crushed it. This is the deck that finally got me out of Platinum. And as you can see here, we got out of Platinum and then just straight up the ladder from there. 80% on the play, 60% on the draw, 28 and 12. Just this deck's great. It's great. I love it. This has been the most fun deck I've played so far of this set. Tiny Bones joins up, has just super overperformed. I'm considering adding a 4th one just because having it on turn 1 is so crucial to the deck, but I haven't found myself not drawing one very often. So I'll leave that up to you. I may make that change, but so far the deck's doing great. I mean, you see here we got 5-1 against blue-white, various forms. Some of them were control, some of them were the combo. 4-1 against mono red, so we're doing great against them. Got, blue black in the bag. Boros, a couple of matches against them, did pretty well. Just really, really awesome. I love the deck. I hope that you enjoyed watching it, and I hope that you give this a try because it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth crafting, and hope that you have as much success with it as I did. And with that, I will see you in the next one.